What's up, FHN? I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Alan. Thank you for tuning into this week's Nightly Show. We've got a great show from community updates to highlights here at FHN. You won't want to miss it.
Kicking things off, the City of St. Charles Parks and Recreation Department is moving forward with a major new park development project right by Highway 94 and Highway B. The project's design includes a variety of resources, such as new playgrounds, picnic shelters, trailheads, a dedicated bike park, and a lake.
Although a finalized timeline for construction is still in the works, funding discussions are actively underway with the Parks and Recreation Board, Mayor, and City Council. The park is expected to be an essential spot within our community.
As massive improvements are being made to our parks, FHN's cast for Grease is making massive improvements in their performances and set design. Here is Makayla Howell with a behind-the-scenes look at rehearsals with each cast member and crew member's dedication to making the show a success.
What's up, FHN? Today we're going behind the scenes to discover how cast and crew help bring musical Grease to life.
I think it's a lot of collaboration, especially with like set props and costumes, to make sure that everything is time period accurate and that the actors are comfortable with all their stuff.
FHN Drama Director Ms. Sosner helps cast and crews in various ways on making this musical spectacular.
First off, cast was really amazing at auditions, so we were able to put some really good people into each spot. So as they bring their characters to life and make them their own, that's what makes it really special. And then the crew is just working really hard to bring my kind of vision of what Rydell High looks like to life.
This musical would not be possible without all the parts. Each and every role contributes to how amazing this musical is brought to life. From the directors, from the crews, to the cast. Nothing would be possible without each and every person in this musical.
You will have to wait long to see how all the pieces come together. The FHN mass players will be performing Grease next week on November 14th, 15th, and 16th.
Just last night, Americans waited eagerly, buzzing in anticipation of the 2024 presidential election. Voters across the country headed to the polls, ready to make their voices heard on key issues and leadership decisions. Turnout was high, with people of all backgrounds coming together to fulfill their civic duty, determined to shape the future of their communities and the nation as a whole. Many awaited results on ballot measures that could bring healthcare, education, and infrastructure changes. Social media was alive with updates, discussions, and debates, as candidates and their supporters shared last-minute appeals. Ultimately, Donald Trump took the majority of the electoral votes, marking his return to the presidency since January of 2021. He will be inaugurated on January 20th, 2025.
Keeping up the patriotic spirit, Veterans Day is this upcoming Monday, and FHN will be honoring former and active members of the military with the annual Veterans Day Assembly. One of the highlights of this assembly is a performance from the choir program. Hughes and Kai Bass show how the choir students help each other and prepare for their upcoming performances.
In room 1090 at FHN, we have an elective called Concert Choir. This class is all about singing, rehearsing, and performing for upcoming concerts and assemblies. The Veterans Day Assembly will take place on November 11th. The Veterans Day Assembly will be located in the large gym, which is directly to the left in the cafeteria. The choir class will be singing the Armed Forces Melody for the veterans who have fought in our wars.
So we're preparing for a couple of different things. We have a concert in November that will be here at FHN, and so we have a lot of work we're preparing for that, as well as a very large collaborative concert that we're doing in the spring with Lindenwood University and a few other choirs as well.
The Veterans Day Assembly is not the only thing that they do in choir. They also practice leadership skills and as well as practicing for their future concerts.
Levels of experience in this group, and so there's a lot of community building and a lot of students helping to mentor and coach and guide other students in their musical growth, and it's just it's a neat class and we have a lot of fun with it.
We get to kind of help out and teach some of the younger people.
As a leader in this class, since this is my third year, I've just learned a lot of leadership skills, learning how to lead people and what tactics work to help people learn music.
Thanks, Matthew and Kai. Students are making major moves outside the classroom as well. Our very own journalism team is in Philadelphia this week, attending the National Scholastic Journalism Convention. After months of dedication and countless hours perfecting their work, the team is ready to prove themselves and compete in a variety of contests. We're also sending off the newly formed Youth and Government Club to their first conference in Jefferson City. It is a unique opportunity for members to dive into the world of politics, debate, and civic engagement through first-hand experience in government operations.
We wish both of these groups the best as they represent FHN. Nighttime has gone through a lot of changes over the years, and it has taken a toll on many of these clubs. From different times to different days, these adjustments have sparked a range of opinions among both students and teachers, with some embracing the changes and others not so thrilled.
With the introduction of the new building, there have been several changes to our schedule. To ensure a peaceful environment for all, quiet hours will be observed, during which noise levels should be kept down to a minimum to avoid disturbing fellow students. Additionally, any nighttime changing this year isn't allowed. Nighttime this year functions more as a study hall environment, meaning your cooperation is appreciated in maintaining a respectful atmosphere for everyone. But students are wondering, what are the benefits of the new nighttime changes?
I think we're being a lot more intentional about how we're going to use nighttime, about teachers checking in with students. Also then there's a communication piece that goes with that, with nighttime teachers sending communication to parents or sending communication to teachers where kids may be struggling and need some extra help.
This week, there are plenty of fun events and engaging activities. On Saturday, November 9th, start morning at the St. Charles Riverwalk Market from 7:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Foundry Arts Center. Support local vendors and artisans by shopping for fresh produce, handmade crafts, and unique items. Finally, for the history people out there, the Hit the Bricks guided tours in historic St. Charles is happening on Sunday, November 10th at 2:30 p.m. Explore the rich history of St. Charles with a guided walk-in tour, learning about the city's past and its importance to Missouri's heritage.
Missouri has a lot to offer, but it could be difficult to adjust to when coming from a completely different environment. Annie Palmer, a new student athlete at FHN, recently joined us from Utah, but is already setting the pace on the course and inspiring those around her. Let's get to know Annie with Sassy Garcia and Kate Vernon to see how she's making an impact both on and off of the course.
Annie Palmer, a current senior here at Francis Howe North, recently moved from Utah to Missouri with her sister Hannah. Along the move, there have been some major adjustments, some easy and some more difficult.
The biggest challenge has been getting used to an area where my religion isn't very popular, because at my old state it was very much the most popular one.
She came from a school I think even double our size with one less grade.
She hasn't really had any moments when she's overwhelmed or anything. She's a pretty calm person, but I could tell she was a little stressed about moving because it's something new and it's definitely a lot hard, like starting in a new place, especially because it's her senior year, but she's done really well with it all.
I felt a lot better here in the last month because I've met people and I feel more comfortable with them.
In Utah, the culture is a lot different, so I think coming here was a little bit of a culture adjustment for her, and so I helped her get introduced to a good group of friends who I knew she would get along with, and also just making sure she's able to have someone to talk to and able to fit in with our community and our school.
Thanks, Sassy and Kate. In international news, heavy floods have swept through parts of Spain, causing severe disruption and devastation of local communities. Record-breaking rainfall has submerged towns, destroyed homes, and left residents in a state of panic and fear. The government and local agencies are mobilizing rescue efforts, but the road to recovery will be long and difficult. This event has been one of the many that highlight the increasing frequency and intensity of extreme weather events across the globe, raising questions about our climate and the measures needed to protect vulnerable communities. Our thoughts go out to those affected as they do their best to rebuild the community.
Back in our community, sports play an important role in bringing people together and fostering school spirit. FHN offers a variety of sports teams, from swimming to basketball to wrestling. Not only are they fun for their athletes, but for the spectators and student section as well. Alan took a walk around FHN to ask students one important question: what is the best school sport to watch? Let's hear what they had to say.
Today I'm here with Tiger Kubera, Sam Fitzsimmons, Drake Fisher, Lito Ledesma, Edward Lee. And your question for today is, what is the best school sport to watch? Me personally, I think the best school sport to watch would definitely be basketball because of the intense environment and especially since it's indoors. I feel like everybody in the audience is more engaged, and if the audience is more engaged, I feel like the game is more worth watching.
Definitely men's volleyball. I think definitely men's volleyball just because there's a lot of power going on. It's a lot of last minute saves and a lot of rallying, and I think that just it's a very entertaining sport to watch if like I don't know, high verticals and last minute saves.
Probably football because the games like they have themes and you get to like hang out with your friends and stuff.
The best school sport to watch is wrestling. There's just a lot going on, and you get to see people like literally fight in school, and it's completely legal.
It's gotta be swim and dive. It's the most underrated sports. Diving is so much fun to watch. The aesthetic of each movement, oh, it's so fun. And swimming, the tension between each swimmers, you gotta come to watch swim and dive.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us at FHNtoday on Instagram and TikTok, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoyed this episode, leave us a like and let us know in the comments what stories you'd like us to cover next. Once again, I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Alan.
Signing off.